Apples of Gold in Settings of Silver, Week 4. Ask for the Ancient Paths. At my community college graduation, May 4th, 2019, the faculty speaker was a biology professor who quoted from Jeremiah 6:16 as part of his speech. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Ask where the good way is and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. He tied this scripture to a discussion on whooping cranes that were hatched in captivity and had to be led along their normal migration routes by a scientist in an ultralight aircraft. Without that intervention, that endangered species would not have been successfully reintroduced into the wild. The speaker then brought out the fact that as graduates, we were at a crossroads and needed to ask for the ancient paths to make decisions now that would affect our futures. He encouraged us that in those ancient paths, we would find rest for our souls, somewhat like the whooping cranes found physical rest in warmer climates during the winter months. When the theme was repeated later in the day, I thought maybe God was trying to say something to me. For graduation, a good friend gifted me with a treasured coffee cup. It says simply, "I will give you rest," Matthew 11:29. So I looked it up. Verses 28 and 29 expand on the theme. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Sometimes we think rest is not doing anything, but that's not what this means. We often think what God asks us to do is hard, that we're not up to the task. But here it says when we fall in step with Him, learning His ways of gentleness and humility, the yoke He gives us is easy and His burden is light. A yoke of multiple oxen can carry loads far greater than each one can handle separately. Think about putting on the yoke Jesus offers and realize He is pulling the load with you. I remember when I would help Jim lift heavy things, I always felt so strong. The truth is, he was carrying probably 90% of the load, and I was just in the way, giving him instructions. But he would tell me every time that he couldn't have done it without me. That is what Jesus is inviting us to. He carries the heavy weight and gives us his rest. Why do we fight this so hard? Are we too proud to accept his help? Do we want to do it ourselves? Or do we truly not trust his ways? And why is God so interested in both the Old and New Testaments in our souls finding rest?